A semi-tanker rollover in Banner County injures the driver and closes the highway for hours. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, a driver suffered what appeared to have been non-life-threatening injuries after losing control of a semi-tanker loaded with fuel in Banner County Monday evening. First responders were called to the scene of the rollover shortly before 7 p.m. on Highway 88 east of Stiegel Road, finding the semi and tanker upside down in the ditch on the south side of the road. The driver remained pinned inside the cab for well over 1 hour, and after being freed, appeared to be responsive and gesturing while being loaded on board Airlink for transport to Regional West. Officials at the scene said initial indications were some diesel fuel leaked in the crash, likely from the semi's saddle tanks. The tanker cargo of 6,500 gallons of diesel and 3,500 gallons of gasoline was believed to have remained intact. Closure of the highway with a detour involving Stiegel Road and County Road 19 was expected to last well into this morning for accident investigation and recovery of the wreckage involving 2 big rig tow trucks. Response included Banner County Sheriff, Banner County Fire and Rescue, Nebraska State Patrol, Gering Fire, Scottsbluff Fire Hazmat, and Valley Ambulance. Well, the city of Scottsbluff has partnered with the Aging Office of Western Nebraska to allow firefighters to safely gain access to elderly residents' home without forcing entry in the event of an emergency. The Aging Office was able to secure $20,000 in funding for the purchase of more than 100 loaner residential Knox boxes, which hold a key to the home so first responders can rapidly gain entry. Executive Director Cheryl Bruns presented Fire Chief Tom Shingle with the check during last night's City Council meeting and hope that this is just the start of a long partnership.
It's only a start. Hopefully they will be able to get more grants, and this will be matching funds used for that.
These boxes are free for Scottsbluff residents age 60 and older. For more information about getting one of the 112 loaner boxes installed, you can contact the fire department at 630-6227. Well, coming up for the break, the heat is back. How long during this stretch? The Lawyers got your Tuesday evening forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
We're looking at mainly clear skies across the area as we go through the evening hours. Low temperatures going to eventually bottom out down in around the 60-degree mark. We'll be in the 90s here through the evening as it remains hot. One more hot day tomorrow, then a system arrives Thursday, giving us better chances of rain and cooler temperatures coming through most of the next 7 days. Yesterday we hit 79 after a morning low of 54 degrees, at about 7 degrees above or below normal for a high temperature. About an inch 40 short for the month and over an inch short for the year now, as it has been a very dry stretch of weather. It's also been very hot. You'll notice several days in a row we topped out over 100 there, well above normal, 10 degrees above normal for 6 days in a row. And then a couple more hot days. Then we have a couple below normal days. We were warmer today. You can see those temps mainly in the 80s and 90s out there. We're going to have a hot spell here again that goes through tomorrow, but then temperatures are going to cool down and pull back a little bit, so not nearly as long of a hot stretch as what we had before. 90s out there for temperatures right now. As we look at our severe weather threat here tonight, mainly going to be off to our east, Nebraska, where we'll have that severe weather threat for tonight. For tomorrow now, it's moved more into central Nebraska, and we do have a marginal risk of severe storms in portions of the Panhandle. I think most everything tomorrow is going to be east of us. And then as we go on into Thursday, that severe threat stays there in eastern Nebraska, so could be a couple 3 days in a row of some possible severe weather activity. Tonight across the area, Futurecast is quiet. We don't have much going on. Low temperatures overnight are going to fall off mainly down into the upper 50s to near 60 degrees. Another very comfortable night out there. For tomorrow, any morning high-level clouds will be around. They will slide off and move out of here and will be partly cloudy then through the afternoon hours. You can see a few hit-or-miss thunderstorms as we go through later on in the day tomorrow. They're going to be very few and far between. Better chances, though, of rain coming as we go Thursday into Friday. And a scorcher tomorrow, 106 in Chadron. 103 in Ogallala, Valentine. It is going to be a very hot one out there. And precip, unfortunately, going to be very limited and isolated at best. So tonight, clear skies, lows down around 60. For tomorrow, partly cloudy, a scorcher near record highs at 101 degrees. And that 20% chance of a storm. Better chances of storms late Thursday and into Friday. Highs Friday maybe only in the 70s. Will be near 80 or so for Saturday, Sunday. In the mid-80s on Monday. And then by Tuesday of next week, we do warm back into the low 90s.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own compact utility tractor, mower, or gator. It's easy to add implements, attachments, and view financing options. Build the exact tractor for your needs at a price you can afford, all from the comfort and safety of home, with the new Build Your Own tool at 21stcenturyequipment.net.
Hydrozen. Unplug and recharge. What is Hydrozen? It's total body relaxation. It's total body recharge. It's floating weightless on water. Floating your aches, pains, stresses, and worries away. Hydrozen is a revolutionary new therapy using Epsom salt saturated water as a way to relax and rejuvenate your body. And it's now available in Scottsbluff. It is for most ages and has many benefits to the mind and body. Visit hydrozenfloat.com or call us at 308-63-FLOAT.
You might not know that Renewal by Anderson is a local family business. The owner here is Andy Stelflew. He's a fourth-generation rancher who learned about customer service and the land of opportunity early on.
Over and over again I heard, it's about the customer. It's signature service, treating the customer the right way. What a blessing it is to live in America. What a blessing it is to live in a country of the free, that if you want to do something, grow, you can.
Renewal by Anderson, great windows and great local people who never forget it's about the customer.
Welcome back. After years of planning, preparations, fundraising, and more fundraising, a vision is now a reality for the residents of Alliance. Several years ago, a group of residents began an effort to revive the Alliance Sunken Garden through the Pillars in the Park initiative. The roughly $500,000 project required funds for an engineering study, parts, materials, labor, and more. But this Saturday afternoon at 2, the public is invited to a dedication ceremony for the start of the next chapter of this hidden oasis in Box Butte County. The Sunken Garden is located just west of the Night Museum and Sandhill Center. Well, the Festival of Hope may have been a scaled-down version of itself compared to 2019 and before, But the 19th annual gathering at the Scottsbluff County Fairgrounds on Saturday was well attended. The day kicked off in Mitchell with more than 150 people taking part in the 5K run, walk, and children's fun run, and the presentation of this year's Hope Award. Winners were the Scottsbluff County Fairgrounds manager Lana Hubbard and staff, honoring the venue for holding the event since the beginning. Also honored was Jack Berg for his dedication to the event over the years, including his service as the president of the board of the Festival of Hope and his role in creating an additional festival in Bridgeport, which took place later in the afternoon. At the Mitchell event, the day wrapped up with the reading of names and the butterfly release, with more than 600 butterflies purchased this year before and during the event in memory and in honor of loved ones who's passed. And during this month's Scottsbluff Board of Education meeting, the high school student representative Elizabeth Roberts gave the board an end-of-the-year wrap. She says some of the students' pinnacles of success this year were Cade Horn getting a perfect score on his ACT exam and Sophia Hu being named a National Merit Scholarship recipient. In addition, she said that SHS English teacher Todd Mangini was selected to receive the Frida Beatty Distinguished Educator Award presented by the College of Education and Human Sciences at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Well, coming up to the break, Shabella Guzman in with a check-in on Ag News. She'll have that in just 90 seconds.
This year, W2 means we double. Reganis Auto Center will double your down payment on any pre-owned vehicle on their lot. Turn $500 into $1,000. Turn $1,500 into $3,000. Use that money to get out of your lease or a vehicle you owe too much on, or to lower your monthly payment. For a limited time only, double your down payment only at Reganis Auto Center on East Overland and East 27th Street in Scottsbluff, your volume discount dealer.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leaf Heads.
In boots, new and old, you've walked the rows of life, a fence length of time. You fought the floods, snow, and sweltering heat, and lifted breathing and settled pain. With a smile and a cry, you've strengthened your community and future generations. Sometimes with nothing to say. Often can't say enough. Like, let me do it again.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
The UNL High Plains Ag Lab in Sydney had its wheat tour last week. Cody Creech, Nebraska Extension Dryland Cropping System Specialist, says the coaxium wheat production system is in its third year at the lab.
We've been working with it for 6 years, helping to create the recommendations for the label and other things. It's a really effective tool when we have grassy weeds in our wheat. So whether that's feral rye, cheatgrass, jointed goat grass, any of those weeds are going to be controlled when we use that aggressor herbicide in the coaxium wheat.
Creech explains some of what they have found over the years with coaxium.
Is that if we have really high levels of infestation, using a split application with 8 ounces in the fall and 8 ounces in the spring is critically important. Otherwise, if we wait till the spring, we're going to lose a bunch of our yield, and that's just waiting too long. If we don't have near that rye pressure, we can put that off and only do one application in the early spring, and it does a great job getting those grassy weeds under control.
Creech says the coaxium has been a good product for them at the lab so far, and they hope to see some Nebraska lines coming out in the future. Reporting for KNEB.TV News, I'm Shabella Guzman.
The Verizon family is full of frowns because they're spending too much for their unlimited data and phones, while the Viero family is all smiles because they're getting 4 lines of unlimited data with 2 free Apple iPhone SE for mom and dad and 2 free LG K31 smartphones for the kids, all for just $100 a month. They're saving so much, they're able to get Fido. Find out how you can too at Viero.com or your nearest Viero store. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Western CPAP Supply has earned an impeccable professional reputation within the Wyoming and Western Nebraska region. Helping you get a good night's sleep is our passion. Our amazing team understands sleep disorders from a personal and professional level. We use CPAPs and BiPAPs too, and sometimes it just helps to work with people who share common ground. Our accredited CPAP supply company is approved by Medicare and Medicaid and is in network with every major insurance company in the region. Western CPAP Supply. We're here to help.
The 100th Annual Oregon Trail Days rolls into Gering July 8th through the 11th. Barbecues, street dance, food fair, a car show, 2 parades, Old Settlers Luncheon, bicycle hill climb, mud volleyball, a pancake feed, chili and barbecue cook-offs, an art show, a craft show, and a quilt show. a carnival, beer and wine tasting, and Sawyer Brown with Ned Ledoux at Five Rocks. It's summer's best weekend, the 100th annual Oregon Trail Days, July 8th through the 11th.
Why bank at a local community bank? When you choose a local community bank, you keep money in our local economy. That money helps support local jobs, schools, and businesses. Money that helps fund a stronger and prosperous community for us all to enjoy and live in. At Platte Valley Bank, we are here to help build and support the community we love being a part of. We believe that together, we can make great things happen. Platte Valley Bank.
And finally tonight, Scottsbluff County Commissioners had a lengthy discussion Monday afternoon on how to handle observation of Juneteenth. Board members noted the abrupt nature of last week's declaration of the federal holiday, causing considerable confusion among various departments and the court system. For Commissioner Mark Harris, the issue of another paid holiday came down to a single question: when is enough enough?
It'd be fine with me to honor Juneteenth and then not honor something else. But anyway, I'm just, I don't think it's fair to the taxpayers in general to just keep adding and adding and adding.
County Attorney Dave Eubanks said the issue came down to two questions. How would it be handled this year, whether paid at time and a half, or to have employees offered a paid floating day off, and how will it be handled next year? The board ultimately decided to push back a decision on the issue to next meeting to give Board Chair Ken Meyer, who is absent, a chance to weigh in on the issue. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.